senators. You must call your state senator. You must visit them. If they won't give you a meeting, park yourself in their office. We have the right to call them. We have the right to visit them. We have the right to demand that they vote for equality on this issue. We have only until the end of June, folks. The Senate session closes. Call them. Call them when you get home. Call them now. Take your cell phone out and call them. Go to www.many.us and find out who they are. There's a script there you can use if you don't know what to say. I will teach you what to say. If you want an in-district meeting, you call me. 516-302-5198. I will set it up for you.
2005, which marked the first time clergy ever performed a same-sex wedding in that chapel.
As we raced through our vows that day in February, waiting for them to throw us out of the chapel, someone from the clerk's office, I heard him behind us say, "She's a determined one, that Reverend Pat." Let us now be that determined. Determined to say to California, shame on you. Shame on you for writing discrimination and segregation into your Constitution. Shame on you for saying some of us are full human beings and some of us are not. Let us be that determined. Determined to say to the state of New York, now is the time. Now is the time to recognize all of us as human beings, full and dignified human beings whose loves and whose lives matter, whose relationships, like Bradley's and mine of 11 years this year, matter. Let us be
are blaspheming God's name. Those who use anti-gay rhetoric in the name of religion are practicing religious bigotry. Let us be clear about that. We join together from all religious traditions, those of us who are believers and those of us who are non-believers, those of us who understand that God's presence in the world is a personal relationship. And those who want to codify their religious bigotry into civil law are wrong and are bigots. Let us call it for what it is.
Remember this moment, because if you think about the history of civil rights in this country, you realize that every time we think there's a setback, it really sets the stage for an eventual victory, because time is on our side. Time is on our side. The reality is, when you think back, going as far back as 1965, when Dr. King was arrested with 250 people in Selma. On the Assembly side, they figured it out. But I want to tell them on the Senate side, we didn't give you the majority. We didn't march and campaign for you to let down people on a basic civil rights issue. This is not going to continue much longer.
Thank you.
And we are so disappointed by what happened in California. We don't want to see that happen anywhere again. Today, the California Supreme Court, in effect, put it back to the people of California to do what's right, to do what's fair, to drop their old prejudices, to support their families, and to take it back to the voting box, vote for marriage equality in California. The Supreme Court said it didn't have the power to hold on to its ruling that it deprives same-sex couples of something fundamental when the right to marry is given only to opposite-sex couples. At the same time, the California Supreme Court upheld 18,000 marriages. Some people here today. And those families stay married. They stay married in California, and they are married in New York under New York's rule that those marriages get recognized right here.
Thank you. Please welcome Sonia. Sonia was...
If people
of us are here, for gay folks, for LGBT folks, if they know how hard it was for us just to find someone to date. And then someone who's emotionally available to have a committed relationship. And then to get our families totally fine with it. Which took me, 10 years or so. They think that their little, I'm so afraid there's gonna be an earthquake and swallow us up if you get married, is gonna stop us from achieving equality. They got another thing coming, because they're nothing compared to what we faced.
That this is just one moment in one day. It is one single battle, and it is a battle in a challenge that we are actually winning. 5 states already, more to come, and New York the next. So I got married on August 22nd, 2008 to an amazing person, my wife Christine, who happens to be in Australia, and she's also from Australia. So a real transcontinental romance. And she couldn't be here with all of you today because she's in Australia. But on the day that we got married in City Hall, my mom, who is a 75-year-old Hindu woman from India, gave me her very own traditional wedding sari to wear. And my partner's parents, both Chinese, Christians to the core, came all the way from Australia to celebrate with us along with our 4 nephews.
Columbus Day weekend, there will be a national march on Washington. The number is 435. There are 435 congressional districts in America, and the civil rights movement has never gotten to where it needs to be, going state by state by state, a piecemeal approach. We want a federal, fully inclusive civil rights bill passed with sexual orientation and gender identity included in it, and we want it to be Congress and from this president, and we want it before this year is out. That's what we want. So we're going to fight here in New York. We're going to take the next 24 days and demand our equality from Albany to the Adirondacks, from Rochester to Ronkonkoma, from the Hudson Valley to the North Country, but we're also going to organize in every congressional district, and we want people from every district in America. Call your family, call your friends, Facebook your friends, go online the weekend of October 10th. We're going to march from Union Station up Constitution Avenue, because it's Constitution Avenue, to the Lincoln Memorial, and we are going to demand our national civil rights. Book your hotel, call Amtrak, get online. We're going to Washington, Columbus Day weekend.